Virgo, hi, welcome to July and welcome to your horoscope tarot reading for the month of July. This is a reading for Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon as well, or Virgo Venus if you have strong Virgo in your chart and are more looking for love messages. We are dealing with Mercury retrograde, so please forgive me if I stumble over my words. Usually I'm not that affected, but now it's happening for me in my 12th house, so yeah, kind of a lot of, the intuition is great, but the rest is a bit less. So I already pulled a few oracle cards for you just to tune in with your energy, and I'm feeling very connected to Virgo, as you can see all the plants around me. But I have here shaman, ancient healing wisdom, so maybe some of you are attending some kind of community event. I feel you connecting to your groups. I also see you maybe having a picnic, or in the evening a campfire situation might be happening and something might be brought to light at that very moment. So let's see what July brings. I'm gonna dive straight in, and I want to keep the messages as clear as possible this month. So I'm doing a past, present, future timeline, working with different decks in the major arcana as well. So, you come into July with a question of truth. You're on a quest for truth, a higher learning. I also am hearing healing through the Akashic records maybe. That's something you're looking into. This is going to be for you with Mars in your 8th house, a healing of the soul on a larger scale as well. So there is this energy of you as well. You might have gone through breakups, you might have gone through, or maybe like really entering your soul group, finding your soul group, or probably both, like cutting ties, having to let go of soulmates, stabilizing, or being on a romantic quest. Like a lot of that, but it's kind of deep what's going on here with Virgo. And there is there's this healing comes up here, healing near the water as well. You might want to be with your feet in the water, connect with a water body. The ocean might be nice. You're gonna have great intuition in the month of July. Your intuition is going to be super sharp. You're gonna know when to communicate, when to retreat. I do feel that there is a situation that has been asking for your patience, and I think it's in your love life. I'm going to clarify later. You are being guided by your spirit guides, very much so. Here with this ancient healing wisdom that is coming through, you might discover within yourself a healer's quality, a healer's modality that you had formerly no access to, but that with your drive and your passion in that region is coming to light now. In July, I feel that the veil between reality and the spirit world is very thin. It's for all of us because we have third eclipse on the 5th of July. And for you, it's happening in that sector of romance, of your creativity, of everything that is of your heart. And the heart is the soul. The soul is the child as well in its purity, in esoteric knowledge, but it's like everything that you create. It's creative, and through soul energy we create. It's the ascendant is the soul's journey. So if you are a Virgo ascendant, this will especially be playing for you. So this whole axis is activated here of your romance, creative pursuit, and at the same time like your place in community, and maybe connecting to communities, some kind of activity there. Maybe you're going on a group quest, an endeavor here, but you are being guided by your angels. And I do feel there was a situation in the past that you feel a bit stronger about now, that you feel a bit closer to right now, but a situation, a romantic situation that asks for your patience. And then in July, I'm feeling you're pretty strong, Virgo, pretty united in your vision. I have the Magician here in the present, and that's so you, right? The Magician for me is kind of a Virgo card, because the Virgo energy gets the stuff done, organizes it, manages it, has an overview, wants to find perfection in the form. It's very much about manifesting on earth, about showing the light of divinity on this earth by creating structures, methods. And in July, I see you cooking up something. I see you want to create something new, and you're tuning in with nature, you're tuning in with the water, with your intuitive self, with your higher self. Your higher self is going to be speaking to you like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I see it's like you're building up to create something entirely new. It's a number one situation here in your present. So what is this new thing? We're gonna look into it. I would like to start to clarify immediately here. I do feel I need to shuffle these one like a few more times before we have what's going on for you. I mean, what I'm also getting here is that there is this kind of drive of you to go find clarity on a mountaintop, go find clarity in nature. Yes, there is the water here. There's like a demand, like a call of nature that is going to be important here in July, that you respond to it. Okay. I think we're good to go from the top here. All right. So the person that, okay, the situation in the past. Yes, so you come in here with the energy of temperance, with the energy of patience, and of patience because you feel that there is something true here in this romantic situation. I do feel that this is romance for you. And that you, like this person that you are looking at, or that you might be in a relationship with, he or she is a very mental person. It's very much into that realm of, and not even mental, like of ideas, thought, philosophy, but the power of the word comes to mind. And actually, through this person, you are actually tapping into that power of the word. It's as if you become close. Well, it's as if you, when you unite forces, I'm gonna try to express myself in a decent way. Mercury is messing with me. But when you merge with this person, you see the thinness of the veil between reality and the spirit world. You see how everything is a thought and then instantly manifests. And it's super strong with this person. And you see how this person is also a manifester and somebody who is very directed towards a goal, but has a lot more mental energy than you, a lot more air energy, and has a lot more vision and also sort of speed in thought that attracts you. And you're very attracted to this person. I can see that. But there was an obstacle here, there in the past, that you have wondered, like, should I turn my back to this situation? At the same time, I feel that you have been able to stay relatively stable throughout the turbulences of this connection. But there has been a change in the recent past. Maybe this person has returned, or maybe this person has gone away. It can be both. And these energies are always interchangeable, right? So what's going on here is that you or this other person, or both of you, have been going through some pains of the heart, like breakups, or maybe even like situations from the past that weren't fully done. This talks about patterns of the past, darker periods of the past that might have re-emerged and caused a standstill before moving forward, like a standstill. I do see 2 cups standing, so there is a change in the sense that I do feel that both of you, or at least you, are ready to move on from this loss. But there has been an attitude of patience about this, an attitude of working on yourself, of looking at what you have planted already, of overseeing the garden. I see you walking through the gardens and seeing that it is good and that you have done the work, and a commitment to the work and to what you already have accomplished. Also a deeper commitment to your spiritual journey, I feel here in July for you, Virgo. I think that this person is also stimulating that within you, committing and becoming closer to your own divine nature, to your own creative nature. I feel that this person is, if I'm feeling this connection is really a testimony for you as well, a testimonial towards what is possible, and asking you to believe. And when you fully believe, because we go from temperance, where you see one foot on land and one foot on the water, so it's in soul, it's like, and it's also Sagittarius, it's the 9th house, and it's a house of soul. It's a house where we have traveled, where we have discovered, where we have over lifetimes accumulated philosophies. So you've been feeling the water about this and trying to remain grounded within this, and it's been a balancing act for you, this relationship. And I'm talking a lot about this relationship, but also it can be that it is about work for you, and then the same thing goes along, but often these energies play out on all the fields. So I'm gonna go with this being a romantic situation, because that's what I feel the most for you. So you come from this balancing act of not knowing if there is a kingdom, if you cross the bridge. So you've been standing still with the situation, and at the same time like deepening within yourself, and yeah, and still feeling that this is an important connection for you. Now, is it an important connection because this is a person you're going to form a definite partnership with, or is it something that is more instrumental to you? Let's see here. So the Magician, when this comes up in a present situation, it's you being in your power. You can create anything. Power of the word came up, so be very careful about what you think, because you're going to see in July that there is instant manifestation going on, and that it's so much more clear for you, and this person inspires that within you. He or she inspires a great symbolism within you, and seeing the beauty and the light between every object, whereas before maybe the outer form was more important to you. Now you're looking at what these things actually mean. And in July, I feel like you're on a quest of meaning as well, and you want to create things from a place of heart, from a place of deeper meaning, and go beyond a vague artistic perception. Actually seeing the essence of all the things, because you're a creative person, Virgo, of all the things that you have created already. I do feel you come with an air of contemplation into July, with an air of contemplation of looking like, okay, this and this and this and this I have created and I was able to do. So what is the essence here? What can I manifest? What can I create? What are my abilities? What are my skills? And how can I reassess them to create something entirely new here? I'm feeling a very strong energy in July, in the present, of you being in your power. Like this guy, you know, he is pointing that beautiful wand up towards the sky, because he knows he has all the tools on his table to create anything he wants, and he is been guided by his angels. He has an eternity symbol just above the head, so life is there for him. If he wants it, it's blooming all around him already. So you're asking yourself, like, how to direct my energy? What is it that the world needs that I create? And how am I creating my partnerships as well? And you're going to see how all of that is just truly intertwined. I'm feeling your connection with nature and with the water here is going to give you a beautiful recognition of, oh, this is who I am on a soul level, and this is what my soul wants. And always coming to deeper realizations of that, and wanting to create from a place of soul. There's some stuff that came up with Leo as well here, okay? So basically, what you have in your toolbox, Virgo, is a knowing that you can create material abundance in every situation. You have skills. You can navigate this earth. You've been learning about materials, about growth, about maybe even connecting closer to the plants and what they mean, and how you can maybe do something there, working with plant medicine, to go on that healing journey of the soul, working with, I'm also seeing crystals, minerals here. I know that in your pocket, in your back pocket, if you are in your toolkit, if you want to talk tools, you have the possibility of tuning in with your energy of creation of the past. So what have you already successfully created, and go towards like what did feel the best in that moment, because I'm seeing here great abundance for you and you know how to do it. I'm also seeing community for you, the children, the like a sort of harmony and a material well-being, maybe wanting to, if you live in a city, you might be looking at moving closer to nature, being more in nature, looking into living in community. Maybe you want to connect, like build a community. But as for skills, in your present, in July, it's going to be about your inner knowing that you can always have abundance, because you have skills. You have skills that this world needs. And you are going to create something really beautiful here, and the seeds are being planted for that. Now at this eclipse, so at the 5th of July, there's gonna be a shedding. There's a situation, and it might not be a real person, or it might be reflected and projected into a person of the past, but there is a recognition of a pattern that you are going to have, something that you do in relationships. Impossible love, like sometimes we have a great connection with someone because they are very much like us. And now I see you looking for things that are different than you, because you're looking more at compatibility instead of recognition, if you understand what I mean. The recognition is still there, but it's on a feeling, it's on a soul level. Like, I know you. I know you're so different than me. Your personality is like a completely different thing here. Plus, I'm seeing a very mentally forward person, like a futuristic person, somebody who has great clarity and vision on what the future should look like, but who's less here on earth. And together, when you merge, that could be a very great thing. But there is a shedding. There's a shedding of skins that needs to happen here. And I feel it's going to happen around this eclipse. You're going to have true clarity of, okay, this is actually my vision for the future. And all of this needs to go. I do believe that you are already along the path, and that you already have accurate systems in place that you can rely on, Virgo. So it's not going to be throwing your whole day-to-day routine overboard. It's actually about recognizing that skill and that accuracy that you have and that you have established for yourself can be transported into any situation. I'm hearing that you're on a quest for true freedom, for mobility with your life. Maybe you want to go, like I feel you wanting to go somewhere else. And because we have N in the past coming in, the near past coming into July, we have a 7 of earth, and we have a 7 of fire here, 7 of wands in the present. So this, we rename this card in Costa Rica to the man who gets stuff done, or the woman who gets stuff done. This is a hasty energy. This is like going for it. This is like somebody who plants a stick in the ground and starts building the damn house. So that is, I feel, totally you. You are a person of action and you want to move forward. I do feel that you are going to have like all the information. You're going to have like a major download here, like almost as if your ancestors, your former yous are speaking to you directly. You have a direct communication here in July. Again, the water comes up, really reconnecting with what does it feel like, streaming water if you can. Again, go sit by a river. A river would be very good for you. Like dip your feet in it, ask the river. It sounds a bit wishy-washy, but ask the river, what is it that I can do? Because I can see it everywhere here, that there you're gonna find great clearance. Maybe sit by the river and hold a rock in your hand and be like, okay, what is weighing me down? What is it that I'm carrying around that if I wouldn't have it, would set me free completely. Because I see you in the third half of the month, the third half that doesn't exist, right? In the third part of the month, like as from the 21st, I see you taking action of really clearing those patterns, of moving towards this person in a much more fiery way. As if you're like, okay, man or woman, I've got a flame for you, come look at it. And that's really nice here. So it goes from a space of contemplation, of having something on hold, of knowing like, and this can be due to the other person as well, who had like a really mental energy going on and was mourning some losses. Maybe he or she was going through a breakup. But I do feel that there is a walking away from past situations here on both sides that is going to move you further. Then in the future we have the moon. So the moon is you turning inwards. Kind of as a future energy, becoming more you, recognizing your instinctual self. What actually is my drive here? Also sexually, what is it that is moving you? Because sexual energy is creative energy. It is the tantra, that the essence of that which is woven when we merge it through intimacy. So I feel that there is, at the same time, this is life, right? Things are, not everything is going to come to surface straight away. So there is still some stuff that is hidden for you at the end of July. You're not gonna have full clarity. What there is going to be is you connecting with who you truly are. Who are you at night when nobody is watching? Or who do you want to be? Like, what is your ideal life? What is your vision here? What is your dream? What would you like to give to the world? What is your legacy? Legacy. What is your legacy? And I do feel like a real healing force of the water. I'm saying it again, but of tuning in with that water element and really sitting with it, and purification. Maybe taking some baths if you don't have access to a water source here. I always have the water represented when I read the cards as well, because there is this kind of clarity, right? It's just a perfect substance. Could come into conscious water drinking as well in the morning. Just take a glass of water, energize it. Make sure that it stays still overnight, so you put it either in a bottle and place a flower next to it, beautify it, give it a beautiful stone, give it an object that you love. Like, give it a prayer, and then give it a prayer in the morning before you drink it. In a sense, put all your good feelings in it. You can just even say, water, you're beautiful, and before you drink it, and feel it cleansing you. I do feel that there is a deep healing taking place for you in the month of July. And there is a victory that comes with that. You are not, this is very interesting. So we move from the Knight of Swords here in the recent past to that in the near future. And you see this guy, like, this is a victory horse. Like, he's bringing it home. This one is like storming in. I did pull this in the position of the situation that you are looking at. So I did pull this as the other, because I feel like there's a romantic situation that is playing out for you, Virgo. But this person is bringing that situation home. It's like, okay, I went for it. 6 is also in the Nature Arcana, the Lover's card. So I feel that there is a merging of visions here, and that you have shown yourself to this person. Like, you're going to show yourself to this person in July. You're going to say what your vision is, what you want to create. And because this is a very creative person, I feel that there's going to be a response to that, and that's going to result in a victory. This is going to be a person, like, it's going to feel like you personally accomplished something as you exit the month of July. Yes, and there's been, you're gonna look at your home situation. You're gonna look at the place you live. You're gonna look at, why is it that I'm living here? What do I like about it, and what do I not like about it? and you're gonna see that, okay, why am I holding on to this? And you're gonna recognize that, you're gonna see that for what it is. And you're gonna see the steps, literally. I feel like you're gonna have a vision of the steps you need to undertake to move away from that, because I do feel that you want to go home, but go home on a soul level. Go home in your soulmate, finding that true home, connecting with a soul family, creating with a soul family, a spirit of collaboration and community, of you stepping. This is the next step. This is an initiation for all of us, and it has been an initiation with the coronavirus and the quarantine that we've all been in. So I do believe that you are looking at, okay, what is holding me back? And you're looking at it from a true, honest place, and also from a place of the king you have once been, because the king always wants to hold on to his or her kingdom. But with the moon here, it's like you're gonna find your kingdom within. You're gonna notice that you have some real treasure within you, and that treasure, it's always like your heart, your higher self, why you came here. And you're gonna remember this in July. You're gonna remember why you came here. I was pulling from the other side. It's interesting. So I pulled this one, and this one was really not what I was going for, and I corrected myself, and I pulled this one, the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate union. It's two people coming together, standing on equal grounds and sharing a cup and making a vow to each other. I'm not saying literal marriage. It could be like you warming up to the idea of marriage, you committing to this person, or at least genuinely coming together and showing your hearts to one another. Because we have the victory here as well. Because I pulled this card, and you know, it's in Roman ciphers, it's a 5 and a 2. I don't know if you can see it, and this is a 2. And 5 is a change, and 2 is a receptivity, and also a duality while coming together in this card. So what's interesting here is that 5 is a number of change. 7, again, I have like 3 sevens here, all in a row for you. And what I'm hearing with this is that if in the past you were looking at your garden and you were like in a stage of contemplation and staying where you were and on a spiritual journey, but very much connected to where you were, then in July you're moving forward with this energy, and you're going to show yourself to the world, to this person. There's a forward movement here, a walking away from a situation that is going to like propel you further into the future. And then there is this victory from connecting to your inner self, from finding out, where does my emotion lie right now? What do I love now? And that's a question for all of us. And you're going to see what needs to go for you to move forward. But then we have this energy of the Two of Cups. So there's this, and I felt that it was that it was about romance, that it was about love, this reading. It's you coming together with this person. So I do feel end of July you are in love, Virgo, or at least within your heart or soul, you know that you want to move further with someone. And this is opposed to going it alone, because you have been thinking about that. I do feel that this is the shadow card of that, because 5 is a change. So it's a change from who you're gonna be with someone as well. And again, the 7 of Swords talks about leaving something behind, but this person is moving away from the base, is moving away from home. So there's this movement of like, okay, I was holding on to stuff, let's get that emotionally, physically out of the way, so I can mentally focus on what I want to go for. And then maybe you're like looking back and winking at your past, but you are going forward in golden light towards this union here, I am feeling. Very interesting. Before I started this reading, because I want to tune in with the I Ching, it's a Chinese divination system that's super old, and I have some cards that I have not been able to use because I was abroad. So I wanted to tune in with your energy there, and there you had the 37. And 37 is the clan. it's wind above and below fire. Wind arises from fire. Words have power. We talked about that. Wind above fire symbolizes the words that arise in the heat of human interaction. When each person in the clan respects every other member, the fires of union are fed. Words are not just empty air that is blown about for no purpose or to overwhelm. The clan is sustained by the fire at its heart, which must not be blown out. Interesting. So there is this fire-keeping tradition. I know that in African societies, in African community, this is something that is still very strongly kept. So the fire is always on, and there's always someone keeping the fire going day and night. And this is a beautiful ancient ancestral practice that's very, very symbolic. It's like we always want to keep the flame going, and maybe it's something that, as when it comes to romance, this sheds kind of a new light on this. Maybe you have been worrying about committing to someone because you want the flame of passion to continue to be lit, and you don't want that to fade away and dissolve. So you've been maybe shedding that pattern of looking for that ever ongoing flame burning of things, because now it seems that you want to create something with someone, and the fire is going to be there because you're going to share a vision and you're going to merge in that, and your words are going to be serving that fire, and the fire must not be blown out. It's kind of as if you're going to find confidence that it's possible to reinvent the relationship each time, that if you would feel that the flame would be dying, that you can create something new together, and that you can be moving there into that space of true union, where you can always awaken the flame within each other, because the flame is there. You came, like when you came to this earth, you lit the flame for yourself. Your soul, the flame of your soul was ignited and dropped into incarnation. That's how it happened. The heat of human interaction. It's also the sexual act that creates the fire that brings the child into being. So interesting. So you're gonna speak your truth here. That's what I'm getting here. Like with this guy in July, you're gonna do some cleaning up. There's a healing journey that's gonna take place. Again, I want to say the water, but I'll stop. But you are going to take action towards that union that you want, and there is a victory for you there. Like there's a victory for you there when you are truly yourself. So I feel you're gonna connect with this person. Also night walks, I'm seeing, like walking under the moonlight, coming together and talking about the things that you truly love. And a true authenticity. This is an authentic soulmate relationship, Virgo, and I wish you the very, very, very best with it. I mean, this is good energy, and it's never without work, you know? There is the work here. I do want to see, because I shuffled these cards in case that I wanted to pull the cosmic deck as well. I didn't. You have the Four of Wands here, with underneath the King of Pentacles. Interesting. And the King of Swords. I think this is kind of telling, because the King of Pentacles, that's kind of you. It's this earth energy, and you stepping into the maturity of that energy. Like, I can master this. It's about your mastery and your skill. We talked about that. And then the King of Swords, I feel that is the energy of the other, that this is a person who has a lot of vision and who has a lot of ideas, who is a philosopher, who might be a writer, somebody who works with the spoken word, and who will connect you with that space. And then there's the merging that takes place. The Four of Wands, it's actually the 11-11 card in the traditional deck. You see here these 4 wands that are standing. It's like 11-11. And usually it shows this couple getting married. So it is one of the commitment cards. It's one of the happily ever after cards. Here it's like telling us that, because you've been looking for your freedom and wondering, can you find that with somebody else? And with this this image here of this dancer standing with a light and open heart, dancing on one foot in the spiral of life. It's you once more entering into the spiral of life, and that happens through people, because life is about other people and about finding union there. Then we really like anchor it into creation. So I feel like you are in the spiral of your DNA, kind of shedding old skins to unite with somebody who seems to be representative and actor in a very important relationship in your life, Virgo. I hope this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. All of that helps the channel. I send you so much love for this month of July, eclipse well, and I hope to see you in August. Namaste, Virgo. Ciao, ciao.